Well, welcome to the Be Seen, Be Loved TV show. I'm your host, Christie Love. And today we're going to talk about a pretty serious topic here. It's 5 tips to increase your productivity without sacrificing your health. Now, a lot of people, we work hard, we're busy, 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 busy. And sometimes the thing that gets neglected is ourselves. I am a strong example of that. Let me just share my story. I used to work at a Fortune 500 company, and it's great. It's a great company. But during that time, I was super type A personality. I was working on climbing the corporate ladder. I was working on developing my public speaking skills. I was working on getting a master's degree. And my fitness. I worked out twice a day, pretty much 7 days a week. And I was always practicing. I didn't have much sleep. I remember my friend saying, "Oh, Chris, you need more sleep." And I said, sleep, I can sleep on 4 hours, maybe 3 hours. And then I was at the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. I burnt myself out. I went to work one day and I wasn't feeling quite right. There's something that was coming on. I didn't know what it was. I was just feeling drained and drained and drained. And I made it through the end of the day. And I remember driving home. I put my key into the door, opened the door, and then I collapsed. I found myself in a hospital for 7 days. My adrenals completely failed, shut down, failed, because I was taxing myself so much. And what I was doing was I was working on being productive. I thought I was the epitome of production. I thought I was so healthy, and I thought that I was, doing all the things right. My diet was so pristine and so clean. But the stress that you put on your body and endure on yourself for a long period of time will eventually knock you down. It did for me. And so I learned a lot over the years, and that's why I really want to go over this topic, because realistically, we are busy. We have a lot of demands put on us, but it's how you handle those things and also apply certain, techniques or strategies within your daily practice that allows you to not only do what you want as far as increasing productivity, but it also helps you to feel good while doing it, right? And that's when you shine. So it's all about the foundation that you set for yourself, the foundation for success, for up-leveling your life. And that's what's going to help you to maintain the strength and the competency that you need to continue to move forward. And so the first thing I want to talk about is getting organized. Getting organized is so important. If you stay organized, you don't have to worry about getting organized, really. But someone told me about, gave me an example of what organization really is. He said, if you give me an example, if you were in that garage and someone asked you for a tool, a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, and you spent 30 minutes looking all over the garage and all the cabinets and all the drawers. And this is my husband. It's an example of him, really. And the car and the trunk and all the buckets. And you spent, it could be days looking for a Phillips screwdriver. Or someone's going to ask you for a Phillips screwdriver. You immediately go to where you organize your tools and you grab a Phillips screwdriver and get handed to them. Now, within these two scenarios, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer being stressed out and feeling chaotic and confused and overwhelmed that you can't find a screwdriver, you can't get the job done, you don't know where it is, you had it, you don't know who had it last time, if someone came in and borrowed it, or all these things are going through your head? Or do you want to just simply go get the screwdriver and finish the job, go about your day, the rest of your day? Okay, so that's what being organized really does. It really opens up that space mentally for you to be more productive without having enduring a lot of stress in your mind, in your environment. And so work on being organized. When you think your workspace, everything that you need should be within arm's distance. Think about that. And so when you're organizing your space, and I may have someone who can kind of talk about this topic a little bit more in detail, later on. But realistically, you want to have your pens, in the right place, your notebook in the right place, your scissors, tape, all of those things, stapler, everything within your immediate environment, so that you don't have to always get up. You don't have to go searching for things. Okay, I think I've kind of beat that down enough. So that leads me to the next thing. This is during the day, right? But at night, your night routine is again vitally important. Your night routine should be a time for preparation and winding down and getting things together for the next day. So for me, I try to schedule and plan things for the next day, or look at my schedule to see what I have going on for the next day. And if there's anything I need to prepare, I will do that. But on the other hand, while I'm sleeping, there's many times a lot of thoughts come through my mind. Oh, I should have did this. I should have this conversation. I should tell this person that. I should add this. I need to add this to my code. And it happens. I have a lot of friends that say that they are challenged with these negative thoughts, or not thoughts, but ongoing thoughts all night long. One thing that works for me is that I would take a vitamin B1 that kind of helps the nervous system kind of calm down. I'll take a couple of B1s, actually, B1 vitamins. The one that works best for me is from Whole Foods. And so I'll pop a couple of those before I go to sleep, or if I wake up in the middle of the night and all this chatter starts to happen again. And the other thing is to have a notebook or some kind of planner next to your bed, so you can jot down the things that you need to do. Realistically, you're not going to handle them while you're sleeping. And so tell yourself, this is what I tell myself, tell yourself that, hey, I can't do anything about this right now. I'll just write it down and I'll handle it in the morning. That definitely helps me to relax and at least stop that conversation until the next one comes. But have a notepad by your bed. That always helps. Or text yourself with different ideas that come up, because at night, I don't know about you, but a lot of great creative ideas start to pop up in my head. And so I'll write them down so that I have those ideas that I can review for the next day. And that leads me to setting a schedule. Setting a schedule is vitally important. Now, I use a Google Calendar. Google Calendar is like my work Bible. If it's not on my calendar, it doesn't happen. If I don't have a meeting on my calendar, it doesn't happen. I don't take a lot of phone calls throughout the day. I will schedule those phone calls. Hey, I need to call that person, or I need to wait for a phone call from that person during this time. And so my calendar is very important. I think most people do use Google Calendar. If you don't, just watch a YouTube video and find, tips and strategies on how to set your Google Calendar up. So it's very productive. And then it gives you a point of contact to look at each day to plan out your day, so you're not feeling overwhelmed. Appointments aren't piled on top of other appointments, and you are also elevating, your productivity. So when you schedule appointments, I do a lot of networking. That helps my business grow and establish the relationships I need to establish in my business to, do the things I need to do. But one thing that I do when I go to networking events is I schedule what is called one-to-one. So those are 15-minute meetings with people that I meet from these networking events or expos or seminars or what have you. 15-minute slots. And what I have learned over time is that if someone is seriously wasting my time, I will unapologetically end that conversation, okay? I'm not going to extend my appointment time from 15 minutes to 30 minutes with someone who realistically is not going to benefit me. I cannot benefit them. For instance, people who ramble nonstop about nothing, we can't work together anyway. So why am I going to spend my time with this person for 30 minutes out of my day, and then I'm strapped the rest of the day for time? No, I've learned to kind of observe that and observe people when we're having these one-to-one meetings, and they're usually on Zoom, and I can schedule them back to back to back, 15-minute increments. Of course, if it's a great conversation, and I don't have anything else, scheduled right after, of course it'll go a little bit longer. That's okay. But if it's a non-productive conversation, stand and uphold your boundaries and cut the conversation short, okay? If someone's just talking a bunch of fluff, keep it moving, keep it moving. All right. So another thing that helps with my productivity, and may help with yours as well, and not just the productivity, but just helping to be able to do more throughout your day, is meal prepping. I meal prep my meals every weekend. I'll get all the ingredients I need to make multiple batches of different meals. One of my favorite is crock pot pizza. I love crock pot pizza. But I put everything in a crock pot, let it cook for 3.5 hours, and I put them in little containers, which I have one here to show you. The little containers, portion-sized containers, and then I'll put it in the freezer. As I need them, I'll grab them throughout the day. That saves me so much time. Throughout the week, I am not worried about cooking. I'm not worried about, what I'm going to have for dinner, what I'm going to have for breakfast. It's pretty much set in stone what I'm going to eat each day. And I eat a lot. I eat about, I think I eat 6 meals a day. And so all my snacks, my meals, all of those are all scheduled every 2.5 to 3 hours. But they're also planned. So I'm not worried about cooking 6 meals a day. I'm not worried about anything. I plan Saturday night. I used to hate meal prepping. I thought it was just so tedious, and oh my gosh, I got a meal prep. But realistically, I timed myself actually preparing the food and cooking it, or even a recipe will have preparation time. Preparation time is usually about 25 minutes. And so if I cook a batch or double a batch and cook another batch, it could really be only like 40, 50 minutes. That's for an entire week. Sometimes I'll get slick and make sure my husband does one batch and I'll do one batch. So it cuts the time even shorter to actually 25 minutes. So for 25 minutes, I prepared a meal for my entire week. And, the oven cooks itself, whatever in the crock pot cooks itself. But the preparation is the time that I dreaded. The preparation time is only 25 minutes. Think about it. And think about how much time you spend going to the grocery store during the week, getting groceries, preparing foods, cooking foods every single day. And a lot of people do that. I don't have that kind of time. So meal prepping works best for me. And also it helps me to make sure that I'm eating healthy every single day. I don't worry about it. I know how many calories are in each meal. And I know the time they're going to eat each meal, and they're already prepared. And so naturally, usually I'd say 98% of the time, I always feel great because I meal prep. And so I hope this helps you as well. But you have also the other things that can help increase your productivity is time. They have food delivery now, or food pickup. You can have it delivered to your home. For me, I cook on the weekends, and there's recipes everywhere. Keto recipes. I use lean and green recipes from Pinterest, but they have recipes there, and I just find recipes and go ahead and cook and eat and feel great. Okay, so let's just turn the tables here to your business. Okay, or it could be your career. Okay, I'm going to get frank here, because a lot of people, and listen, I used to do this before too, because I didn't know any better, but a lot of people spend a lot of time talking to and consulting with one person at a time. Now, unless you're a psychologist or financial advisor, when information is kind of, proprietary, you may need to do this. But if you are in an environment where you can realistically talk to many people at one time, hint, hint, public speaking, instead of one person at a time, that's going to help your productivity come a long way. Listen, if you're able to promote your business in front of hundreds, even thousands of people at one time and do it effectively, you could, and I've seen this happen many times, you could really fill your calendar up for an entire year off of one speech. So it's imperative that you not only learn this art of public speaking, but that you also learn how to effectively present in a way that leads people in droves to want to know more about your products and your services, and want to know more about what you can and how you can help them within whatever realm that is within your area of expertise. And so find ways that we can get in front of more people, in front of audiences, virtually, in person is even better, but on a consistent basis until you get a system right? A system that immediately transfer these people to your client base, all right? And you can do this in such a short amount of time rather than consulting one person at a time. Because really, think about it. When I used to consult one person at a time, my energy threshold, I would say, would be 4, 5 is pushing it. 5 is a great day, but you really can't maintain that every single day because there's more things that are involved in that. But 5 was a day that I felt great. I did it, but doing that every single day would have worn me out. However, if you're able to speak in front of a group of people for 30 minutes, within an effective presentation, get your message across, serve them the best you can, inspire, motivate, right? And then persuade them to want to find out more about what you do. Isn't that more effective? Doesn't that increase your productivity? Doesn't that give you more time, freedom to do the things that you absolutely love, and also the money in your bank account to, again, do the things that you love? So think about that. How can you use the power, I say, of stages, of virtual stages or live stages to present yourself on a consistent basis in front of more people? And so we talked about 5 tips to help you to increase your productivity, but also maintain your health. That's the kicker. If you have any questions, make sure that you contact me. Let me know how I can help you in any of these areas. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next week, the same time, same place. And as always, much love and success. Till next time.
Thank you for being on the show today. I just want to go over a couple of announcements before we head on over to conversation and a little Q&A. First, I want to give a shout out to Midwave Radio that airs our show in Scotland, the UK, and abroad, as well as on Win-Win Women, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and also Apple TV. You can see the recordings there. Now I want to just tell you a little bit about a webinar that I have that you can find on my website, beseenbeloved.com. And if you know me, let me just talk about what I do. I help heart-centered, career-minded women who are overworked, anxious, and feel inferior in the workplace to rise to the next level of success by boldly stepping into their power as a stellar speaker who has found her voice and is able to communicate in a way that generates loads of cash with confidence, clarity, and confidence. So if that's you, you definitely want to tune into this webinar, How to Have It All, Career, Lifestyle, Family without sacrificing your health and happiness. So you can go to my website, beseenbeloved.com, and grab it there, and it's free. So what's next? If you want to move forward and simply book a call with me, you can certainly do that by going to the website below, beseenbeloved.com/powerhouse-strategy-call. And let me just tell you about my Superwoman Speaker Suite, all right? It's a 90-day immersion or coaching program that's gonna help you to end your overwhelm, your chronic exhaustion, anxiety, rejection, drama, and really not feeling heard or seen or understood in the workplace or in your profession, right? And teach you how to really emerge as a powerhouse woman who is deeply fulfilled and who's an amazing leader as well. And so I invite you to book a call with me, see if we're a great fit. I have openings right now for a few of you amazing women who are looking to really take your life to the next level, take your life and your career to the next level as your most amazing and most powerful self. Now, as always, I just want to thank you again for being on the show. And you can always catch me live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 7 o'clock p.m. in the UK time. And as always, before I go, I just want to send you much love and success. Bye for now.